2-year-old's birthday. Hello.
Hi.
Happy full moon, everybody. How's it going? Here we have Sash. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sash from Sash Reads. I am in awe that I'm on this stream right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
I did not think this was going to happen when I started participating. I think it was 2022 or was it 23? Whenever you did The Girl Who Drank the Moon, that was my first one.
Oh, I don't know when that was. I know it was January of one of the years. I just don't know which one. Because this is in May. This would be my 3rd year. That's freaking
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Yeah, so I know you participate pretty frequently.
I try. I'm like, that's one of my goals is to at least do a book club. And because your books are easily accessible most of the time. And I don't know, it's fun.
Thanks. Me, after reading this, I was like, oh, we read Animal, by the way, by Lisa Taddeo. I prefer my cover, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think I like the colors on yours. Mine's more
subtle. Yeah, I like her color, but like I guess she's a real person. Well, I don't know. I just like lit fic with like black and white. And like the thing. I like this style. But yes, this is what we're reading. What was I talking about? Oh, after reading this book, I was like, I think I need to retire this book club when it hits 3 years.
I can't believe it was another one.
Another one. I hate myself. But like, I think about it and I'm like, I can't just not.
No. You know? I think maybe you just need to do very thorough research. Like, I don't know, who was it in the Discord that looked it up for next month's one?
Oh, I think it was Ashlyn.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, we need to like go to this website all the time.
Yeah, seriously. I just like going into my books blind. So like, but it is helpful to at least know that it's coming. So like Bonesmith, I'm ready.
And yes, like, exactly.
Destiny said, I think it was like just towards the end.
Yeah, so, like it wasn't part of the plot.
Yeah, which is a problem for me. If you're new here or don't know what the hell we're talking about pregnancy and motherhood, which I am not a fan of. We all know this. But if you don't, that's what we're talking about, because this was another one that had that theme. That last page saying all of that stuff, I was like, oh, that was the whole point of this. I mean, it's also about like female rage, right? But still.
I was expecting a different sort of female rage.
Yes, me too, because it says it's classified as a literary thriller. So I thought,
right?
Like, yeah, there were like not really gory, but like murder scenes, but it wasn't like thrilling. Like it wasn't fast paced, I guess.
No, it was not fast paced at all. Oh my god.
No. I saw you post that you finished it like last night for me, and I was like, well, wow, that was fast. It took me like 4 hours to read like 140 pages.
Yeah, I sat down. It was like 8:30 at night, I think. And I just sat down. I'm like, I need to finish this book because the live show is like in 12 hours. Yep. So, and I did it on my Kindle. I seem to read faster on my Kindle. So I borrowed it from Libby and read it on my Kindle.
Sweet. Yeah, I still remember I used to be really bad with procrastinating also, while we're talking, say your ratings if you read the book in the chat, and then we'll share ours in a sec. But I think the closest, what was I saying? Oh, the worst I've been with procrastinating for my book club, I think I was like 4 minutes before the live show. I believe it was Mexican Gothic, but it could have been 9 Perfect Strangers with Sharni. Speaking of Sharni.
Hi, Sharni.
Hello, cutie.
Speaking of the person who introduced me to you.
Oh my gosh, I always forget that. That's wild. Also, Sharni has a book club, and it's great. Like, she has all the effects and she has a presentation. Like, she's way more organized than me. So Baby Chaos Book Club.
She goes hard. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. So go follow her. Go follow Baby Chaos Book Club on Instagram. I think this month was Lunar Love. Next month is, I can't remember.
Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies. Ooh, I still have to read that. They took the show down from Hulu over here. So
Rude.
I know. I wanted to show Joey, but I think he would like that one. Hello, Patty, Birdie. I like the US one. Usually I don't. I think because it looks like a mugshot, and that's apt. I love that word. You don't see that word too often. But yeah, it does kind of look like a mugshot. More and more Litfic is doing the like black and white with the square block.
Yeah, they are.
I kind of like it though. Hello, thanks for coming. I cringe thinking about how much you probably hated them. Yeah. I mean, you said you saw it at what, page 33?
Yeah.
You saw it coming. I checked what page 33 was, and nothing hinted to me, so I don't know if our page count is just different. Wait, what did you rate it? What did we rate it? We didn't even rate it.
I rated it 3.5.
Okay. I gave it a 4.
What? Even with everything.
Even with I'm sweating. Even with everything. I know, biggest plot twist of the century. But because like when I read more like reviews and I read the back of it fully and like clung on to the fact that it's like mainly about feminine rage, female rage, then I was like, okay, then this was pretty brilliantly done. If you think about everything that happened and like what things stood for and how she handled things, she was unhinged as fuck, but like still, like she had a reason to be mad. She had many reasons to be mad, and she showed it. So
she did show it, but also, I don't know. I was like, did we have to do that?
You're also not a lit reader, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So the story behind this was that I don't know what video did I buy this?
I think on Insta I think you bought it in a video and then I messaged you on Insta. It was like, hey, I got that from some random stall last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you want a buddy read it, let me know.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm never gonna make this a priority unless it's a full moon book club pick. So I was like, Sash, be my guest. Our the full moon is a Saturday in February. So I was like,
so a Sunday for me.
Exactly. So perfect. But it doesn't even matter anyway, because now you're a full-time.
Yeah, mommy. Ew, yuck.
You're a full-time booktuber, okay? You're a full-time booktuber.
I try.
Hello, Brienne. I cannot wait to see all your comments. I was this close to sending you a link too, but I didn't want to like put you on the spot. Hello. This entire book made me question everything. I don't know why I'm so shocked that you even were inclined to pick it up, but I'm glad you did. A strong 2? I'm crying.
Good.
We're enjoying it. That's so funny. Oh no, not the DNF. The second casual mention of got it. It might not be for my anxious brain, but I'm here for the live show to see everyone's thoughts anyway. Wait, Sharni, so have you read The Chain by Adrian McKinty? Don't read it. But like it's a kidnapping chain.
Not that brain thought just went. I've heard of it though. Yeah. And then also there was another book about these mums, like these parents, their children have died and like they get together and there's like a big like dark web thing where they kill other people's. No.
Was it The Collective? I don't know.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just remember the cover and people was saying it was like a motherhood thing. Yeah. No, I haven't read that one, but The Chain was recommended to me by a bookseller at Barnes & Noble, and then she's like, unless you're a mom, you should probably not read this. And I was like, oh, give it to me. Give it to
was going to say something then, but I don't want to bring it up.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, let's not. We are not on Patreon. Anywho, scenes just popped in my head still 5 stars, even though I can see intense hatred for it too. And Patty's a mom.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's in the profile picture.
Look at that. So it is possible. It was 9 Perfect Strangers. I remember you coming on and telling me you just finished it. Yeah, 9 Perfect Strangers. Okay. So yeah, 4 minutes before the show. Because I remember I was just going to that was the first one I wanted to DNF for Full Moon.
Oh, wow.
Like, I have the audiobook. Let me just push through. I remember my ex was coming over that day too to like harass me. And I was like, you need to go because I need to finish my book club.
Yep.
I do too. I haven't read 3 Women.
I want to, though.
Okay, let me know if it's good. That one's nonfiction though, right? I think. Because this is it says Tadeo's debut novel on here.
That's what I thought. It's like debut novel, and then it kept talking about 3 women, and I'm like, what?
No, yeah, debut novel. So then 3 Women is probably nonfiction. I don't know. 4 stars. Here we go. I was captivated, but I don't think in a good way. Personally, I believe it's like a femcel book. I'm crying. Brienne, I mean, if Sasha's okay.
I don't mind.
If you want the link, let me know. Seriously, let me know. It was like a train wreck I couldn't stop listening to. Yeah, it really was. Like, from the get-go. I don't know. What made you pick this up? As a non-lit fic reader.
It was $7.
Fair. At first, I thought you got it from the library, so I was like,
no, it was $7, and I'm like, because the back of my book doesn't really tell you. It's just like the first chapter. So I thought it was going to be about this woman murdering everyone that wronged her.
mm-hmm.
So when it wasn't that, I think that's why it's like a 3.5, because I went into expecting something else.
Gotcha. So like mindfuck vibes is what. Yeah, that's fair. I thought it was too. I mean, she did commit she do 1 or 2 murders. I can't remember. Just 1, right?
1, and then like she was kind of the reason why the guy killed himself. She wasn't the reason, but
yeah, spoilers. Spoiler alerts.
I mean, it's on the first chapter, so like in the back of the book.
But yeah, just in case, we will probably just go right into spoilers because I am who I am. For the premise of the chain, I will not read that. Yeah, don't. It's really fast though. It's like one of my favorite thrillers, but will not read the push. I will also not read the push because I heard there's a graphic birthing scene in that one.
Nope. Spoilers.
Straight spoilers. All right, let's go into it. The baby getting eaten by a coyote. Okay, I was confused at first. Like, at first I was like, no, that did not just happen, but like this is unhinged enough that it could happen. But then was it just a metaphor for a miscarriage?
No, she actually had a miscarriage and then yeeted that fetus. It was like this little baby thing in her palm was like, yeet.
Like, I just couldn't visualize it. Like, why was she having a whole ass fetus coming out of her while she was surrounded by coyotes? That's what I couldn't picture.
So I think she had it in the bathroom, and then she heard the coyotes out the front because all the blood, because they had already had this scene about when you need to wrap your like period pads up in like 3 bags or whatever, because coyotes can smell blood. So then they smelt the blood and they started coming, and then the neighbor's dog was getting attacked.
Yes.
So that's why she had come out.
Oh,
and she was still holding her baby, and so to save the dog,
she just dropped.
She just was like, yeet.
Yo, it was like, I don't even know, like, fairly late. Like, I was tired. I had work yesterday, and we just had our live show.
Mm.
This is my second day with Sash in a row, by the way. Um, uh, and so I was, like, tired, and then I saw that my eyes, my contact popped out of my eyeball. I was like, "No fucking way."
Well, because I for some reason clicked on the spoiler in the chat and I saw that. I was like, oh, I need to finish this book. So I was like, what's happening?
Okay, wait, so what's crazy to me, hold on, I didn't even read this entire comment. Sorry. Wow, this is way more fun than I thought it would be. Okay. Not like, whatever. Don't take that the wrong way. The fact that Joan would have been down to fuck any man, the insanity of Joan's choices of married men truly had me gasping. Yeah. I mean, at least she was self-aware from the very start. She's like, I love a married man. I go for married men. First step is self-awareness. But okay, so this fetus that she fed to the coyotes, that was that was
the cowboy's baby.
The micro dick, right? The liquid chalk, or the length of chalk.
I think so. That was the guy that she had sex with on the way to LA from New York. So she met up with him and John Ford.
That was John Ford?
Yeah.
The one with the length. She was
I think so. I think that's what she said.
Dude, I put so many tabs and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna remember what I fucking tabbed. But I remember she was like, I couldn't even tell if it was a finger. Like, I was surprised it wasn't, and it was the length of chalk. I was like, no. And then she got pregnant. I couldn't even be mad. Like, I was mad that it was an unexpected pregnancy, but then I couldn't even be mad because it was with micro dick. I was like, no. But okay, so if it was John Ford, and then but then she had another baby, right?
Yeah. So then pretty much straight after that miscarriage, which I've heard you're most fertile after a miscarriage, by the way, because fun fact, River came over and was like, so then they fucked against the wall. And then and then I'm like, okay, then who's this? Because I from page 33, because she was talking about how Alice was the reason for my survival, like because she said me calling Alice was the reason for your survival, is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, baby. And so that wasn't talking about John Ford's baby, that was talking about River's baby.
What really fucked me up? So many things fucked me up, but like, okay, first off, the fact that she saved her life by telling Eleanor, Vic's wife. Okay, everyone who's just here for the vibes. Vic is the married guy that she like originally fucked. He offs himself, okay? And his wife, Eleanor, starts calling Joan, our main character, like every day.
No, the wife's name was Mary.
The wife's name was Mary. Eleanor.
Daughter's name was Eleanor.
Okay, but Eleanor's the one with the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Eleanor held Joan at gunpoint, and Joan goes, I'm pregnant. It's Vic's. You can't kill me. And she was full out lying, and then Eleanor makes her take a pregnancy test, and she was with micro dick. Dude, that was the biggest twist for me. I was like, no fucking way. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, I was wondering how she was going to get out of that. And then it was like positive, and I'm like,
I will say the back and forth kind of confused me, like with the timelines. I was confused. Like, plus with all the men she was with, it was so hard to keep up. So I'm surprised I remember any of their names, to be honest. But what did you like predict at first about like Alice, who she was talking to? Because a lot of this book is in second person, just so y'all know. And then
so yeah, I predicted the baby,
mm-hmm.
and then She kind of threw me off because I'm like, is Alice? First of all, I thought Alice was Gosha's daughter, and then I'm like, oh no. Then she said something about, I imagine her mother kissing my father. I'm like, okay, so maybe Alice is her sister. But then she kept talking about, I thought she had this thing for Alice, and I was like, are you attracted to your sister? Like,
yes. Okay, so I had no inkling that they were siblings until they literally revealed it. Like I had no inkling. The whole time I thought she was obsessed with Alice, like romantically.
well,
So I don't, maybe I for sure
I don't know.
then.
I've never been obsessed with a sibling like that.
Well, did she say it was her sibling in the beginning? Because I might have just missed
I
it.
don't think so. She said that Gosha told her about her like at the start, and then she looked Alice up and she was like one of the most 50 influential people or whatever. But she didn't see like it. I don't know, both Alice and Joan annoyed me so much. I hated them both. Everyone in this book I hated. Yeah.
There was, but it was like, but for me, it was like unlikable in the good way.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like the Sylvia Plath excerpts I've read in college, how like she's known to make her unlikable female characters or whatever. I like those. Like this is one of those. It's not
Okay.
like I hate these characters, I want it to end. Yeah, type thing. But for you, like that?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. I was just like, the way that Joan was obsessed with Alice kept reminding me of this one girl I used to know way back when. And I was just like, this is just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Fair. Doesn't mind just doing whomever.
Oh my God. I didn't realize she would actually get with Lenny.
I know. And that was so fucked of her for pretending to be Lenora.
Yeah, Lenore.
That, like, just knowing he was having some, like, I don't know, dementia episode or something, some hallucination, and just, like, taking advantage of it.
I mean, I was kind of like good for her because he's like, I want to tell you the story of how I'm an asshole and I just need you to listen to it. I was like, nah, I hope she kills him.
And she sure did.
Mm-hmm.
She did. She killed him. Oh yeah, because he was, yeah, he was an asshole. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
Three Women as Nonfiction was a book of the month. Actually, I remember it being on book of the month. Sarah from Sarah's Shelves, that's like one of her favorite books of all time. But she didn't like this. I think she gave this like a low 3 or something. But okay, it's like essays, right? I think. All right, hold on. Let's give Brienne the link. Brienne, let's go. My fellow vampies. Where are you in my inbox? Oh my goodness. There you are. Okie dokie. It's on Instagram. See you soon. I'm here for women's wrongs. Exactly. That's why I bought this book. It was on the Barnes & Noble table that says I support women's rights and wrongs or whatever.
Yeah.
Nonfiction, I believe that, but kind of dubiously so, and reads very fiction-like from what I... Maybe I'll check it out. Honestly, maybe I'll check it out. Hello, baby got you.
Look, it wasn't like a real baby. It was a real baby. I mean,
oh my gosh, getting controversial.
Sorry. What I mean to say, it wasn't like our babies, how they're like. It was like, I think it was only about like 6 to 10 weeks old in the womb.
Yeah.
So I think it was still in its first trimester. So, because it was talking about how it was like an alien head and stuff.
Ew. Yeah, and like the purple, I don't even know what they were saying. I put a tab on there too for like, my orange is like gross, shocking, negative, dislike. So there's a lot of those. I
could not find my pretty tabs, so they're all just white.
White?
Can't even see them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. And then it fucked me up that she had another baby. And I was like, okay, so that didn't happen. That was her hallucinating. But I'm so glad. Oh, wait. Oh,
Too bad.
I saw this way too late. But if you change your mind, it's there. No worries. Don't stress out. The first baby was micro penis. The second was
Who was also having sex with Alice at the time. So I was like, is Alice going to get pregnant? And then these babies going to be like sister cousins? Like,
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look who's here. Look, she did it.
Hi.
hey,
Hey.
Hello.
I'm nervous.
Hi. Don't
you and
be
me both.
Don't be nervous. Not too many people are here, don't worry.
Yay.
But so you gave it a 2. You just finished it, right? Like 2 hours ago?
I did. I listened to it. I did a Chelsea. And I listened to it to 2.7 speed. Almost
Damn.
3. I
read this bitch physically all the way
I
through.
could not. I could not. After she yeeted the baby, I was like, you know what? This is it. This is all I can do. No. I think I was done after she slept with Lenny. And
Yeah.
I was just like, what why are
Still
we here?
covered in her blood, by the way.
My thing
Seriously.
is, you could have killed him many of times. We had many of times in the book where I'm like, okay, she's gonna kill him. Bam, I'm just gonna fuck him. How does that make sense to me?
But I also felt so bad for him in a way. But I think that's the author's intention of like him.
No, I never felt
I
bad for him.
mean, I didn't want him to like. Was he horrible to his wife? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was he horrible to Joan? Not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was like fair in that way, but he was also a piece of shit. So I didn't really.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think there were so many shitty men in this book that like I've become desensitized to
Yeah.
And that's why part of me felt bad for him because he was like forgetting like that his wife died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, his wife died. And like that just breaks my heart. It reminds me of This Is Us. And I just lose it every time with that show. So anyway. Hello.
Hi, me.
Joan was saved by a Oh my god. So funny. Truly. Can you imagine? Oh my god, Joey had this friend in high school. There's no way he's gonna watch this. So I'm just gonna expose him. So his name was Ryder Dickerson.
No.
He had a micro penis.
He had one?
He has one. I don't know.
That sucks ass.
I've never met him, but yeah, it's like my favorite story Joey's ever told me. And he has like a long-term girlfriend, probably wife now. So
I mean, you've got fingers.
I just
and
think that
tongues.
sucks because of your last name.
Yeah. And then Ryder, like Ryder Dickerson.
I laughed so hard, and Joey said that like he would proudly just be naked in the locker rooms because they like wrestled together, I think, in high school. So there's that story for y'all. Aren't you glad you're here?
So he just wanted to show everyone that he had a small penis. You know what?
Seriously, work.
If he was confident, that's probably why he still got girlfriends.
Yeah, there you go. It really was beyond wild, but somewhere in the world, I guess someone has experienced 1/10 of this. Maybe. Honestly, yeah.
I could see like being with like a couple married guys, but I couldn't see like continuously picking the same shitty married guy each time. Like none of them sound good. None of them sound appealing.
No.
And then like in the book, she'd be like, I knew how to like attract a man that's married and da 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 da. And that made it more seductive when I knew they were like paying more attention to me than their children and wives. And I'm just like,
she has so many issues. So many issues. But she's also like, she admitted that why am I sympathizing for her? I don't know. But she also admitted that she's like a sex addict. So like she knows what she was doing at least. And she just like compulsively. Like, she just could not control it, I guess.
But then, like, didn't it in the book she was like, I was barely ever satisfied when I had sex with these men?
Oh my God, when she said, like, she does it for them and not for her. And I'm like, why?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
even?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was like,
yeah. When she was talking about, like, always faking orgasms
Yep.
and, like, performing to pleasure
and
them.
thinking about how she would move or how when she would moan and stuff. And I'm like, who has the effort? And who has the time for, like, she took out a 40-minute session. I was like, girl.
She definitely has so many insecurities where she needs this, like, validation. And, like, maybe that's why I sympathize with her.
I guess, but like she was down to fuck the man with the gold tooth. She was down to
Oh,
get,
yeah! The mover guys.
yeah, she was like
Yeah,
down to
that's
get
right.
railed by anybody. The
I
movers, the teens, like it was like anybody.
literally anyone with a penis and a micro penis.
Except like the bikers, I guess, when she was with Eleanor for some reason. When they were like, it was like towards the end, and she took Eleanor.
Yeah,
think it
I
was-
remember that.
She took her somewhere. And I don't know if it was after she had the miscarriage or while she was, I don't know what happened, what type of scenario she was in, but she was like, get off of me. And I was like, really?
I don't remember bikers, but I do remember her telling someone to get off of her. But,
Maybe it wasn't bikers. I don't know. Maybe I made that up.
No, I remember bikers.
oh, okay. I make up a lot of the things I say on these.
It was near the end.
Okay. I don't really feel particularly up in arms about the coyote scene. It was a miscarriage and she saved the dog. It's not like she was feeding her full-term, fully formed living baby to coyotes.
That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Erin.
Don't worry, Sash. I still love you.
Yeah, it was just like, it was like unexpected for me. I was just like,
that was some extreme horror shit. Like,
I was just not like, because she described because like Lenny had first described his wife's miscarriage, like the baby looked like an alien, and she was like, I was holding my fetuses and wasn't like an alien. I'm like, okay. And then like the coyotes came, and I was just like, oh, this is gonna be traumatic. And then I was like, oh, this is a different type of traumatic.
honestly, though, so glad the dog was okay.
Yeah, same.
I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all, it's fiction. Okay, let's laugh about it. It's fine. Saved by a micro penis. This is wild. Sorry. Oh my god. No idea. Oh, this is Brianne again. Hello. I realized I want to kill her, but what I don't understand is why she wanted to kill her. Wait.
She mentioned it in the book. Am I crazy? She kept
She did. I think she wanted to kill her because her mum was the reason that Alice's mum was the reason Joan's mum killed Joan's dad.
Right.
But it was actually Joan's dad was the reason, but because Alice's mum fell pregnant with Joan's dad's baby.
Right. Yeah, but also Joan said that about like everybody. Like she was like didn't she say she walked into something and it smelled like some sort of food and she's
toothpicks?
Toothpicks. Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, I walked in, smelled like toothpaste and made me want to kill myself. And I was like, what do you mean?
It was like, this book, the only thing that it didn't have was like heavy racism and heavy homophobia. Like I was like, that was like the only two triggers that like when people put their Goodreads, when I put my Goodreads, that's the only two triggers I would like not have in there. Honestly.
This was someone, I forgot who said it was it Patty? I think said in the Discord that this is just one giant ass trigger. Because it is. There's so much essay and everything. Like everything under the sun. Yeah, honestly, yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't have I was talking to myself. Just
we could tell.
Whole conversation. We're all just vibing.
I'm like, yes, exactly, James. but like that's why I guess I wouldn't have been surprised if she had a thing for Alice too, because
I mean, when Alice like pushed her chest and she opened her eyes and they locked eyes, I was like,
yeah.
Honestly, I thought she was gonna get with Eleanor at first, like towards the end.
Me too.
Because she was like Eleanor, like one page she was like Eleanor was by my breast or whatever, like a child getting breastfed, and I was like,
yeah. She was like, she's almost licking my nipple.
I thought she did.
Did she? Did she?
I thought she suckled. I thought it said suckled my nipple. Like
You know what's also crazy? I read the book was narrated by Emma Roberts. I don't know if you all know her.
Oh, cool.
And it's like I'm listening to this. I'm like, what the fuck is actually? Because I'm just picturing Joan as Emma Roberts the entire time. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I mean, is that kind of on brand for Emma?
Holy
I
shit.
feel like, yeah.
So funny. I think the Eleanor parts were engaging. The old man neighbor could have done without him, but we had to have this magical watch. Oh yeah, what was that thing with the watch?
I think
I
that's why
guess-
he was waiting. That's why Joan was waiting to kill him, because he had to be wearing the watch.
But I don't understand, like, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand, like, if he was going through dementia and Parkinson's or whatever, you, like, there was no way you could have just, like slipped it off his hand real quick, gave him a sleeping pill, because she had no problems drugging Eleanor and just being on your business. I just did not think that she had to get fucked by that man. And, like, I just don't.
No. How old was he exactly? Do you guys know? Like, was he like in his 70s type of old?
I pictured it like 60s, 70s, because he was like talking about like the orgy mansion. So I was like, okay, so he had to be like during that time. That's what I pictured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So I mean, he didn't have any trouble getting it up. So he
Yeah.
couldn't be that old. Paige and Jonas kind of made a perfect pair too. They're nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Because I felt like Alice, like when Joan was telling all the stories, she was just like, "You did the right thing. You are so right. Yep, you were the right." I was like, "Are we fucking for real right now? Tell me more." Oh my god, he's a dick, but it wasn't an amazing. Fuck that wife. Fuck that. I was like, Alice.
Alice, calm down, Alice. 3 of the books that I read this weekend all had characters with Alice's in them. I'm like, that's weird. But I feel like I didn't feel any type of connected to Alice. Like, she was just a hard side character for me, I feel like. I don't know. That might be just me.
Same. I didn't care that that Joan slept with what his name, River.
Yeah, River.
I was like, I don't know what you expected from Joan. I don't know why we're upset at Joan. I mean, you all have the same wavelength of like, do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was dying when Joan, like, I'm so sorry. Anyway.
No, go for it. Sorry.
I was dying when River came to the door and Joan was just like, I don't want you here anymore. Like, what the fuck? After they slept together, I was just like, okay.
And then when Joan was like, texted Alice, "I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you two were together." Shut up.
Remember that. She did know though, right?
Yeah, she did.
Well, yeah.
Because Alice was sneaking around the house to go to River's place. River's yurt.
Yurt. That's what I didn't look up that word. I was like, what the fuck is a yurt?
I just imagined it as a big ass tent. Like, that's all I imagined it as.
Yeah, well, when someone said circus tent, then I thought of circus tent.
It is. It's a circular tent of felt or skins on a collapsible framework
He still had to pay rent?
Used by nomads, it said. Fairly obvious that Alice was her sister from early on to me. I understand having complicated non-sibling feelings about a sibling you didn't know growing up. I don't feel attracted to my brother, but I also don't think of him as a sibling. I mean, same. I have half siblings and I don't consider them my siblings. Or, like, I don't call them sister. Yeah. No.
I don't know. I guess, but it sounded like she wanted to, like, I think one of the things, I think she said something about I wanted to feel her cunt or something like that. I don't know if I imagined that when I was listening to it. I don't know.
Honestly, it's not far-fetched, so I believe you. You could tell me anything. You could tell me anything that this bitch said and I'll believe you.
I don't know. I feel like she was saying some outlandish shit to the point where I was just like, they're going to sleep together. But then I'm like, I don't think they will because Alice doesn't have a penis. And I think that's the only deciding factor.
Yeah, Joan was pretty. But
hang on. Where'd it go?
You found it? But also, why the fuck was Mary calling her that often? Like, that was so unnecessary.
When I looked at Alice, I didn't want her. What I wanted was to eat her, swallow her, and become her. I wanted to reach down between my legs and feel her cunt there.
There you go. Wow. I do remember that first part, but I don't remember the feel her cunt part. So, wow. Yeah, weird.
Right. So like, does that sound like sibling, like even half sibling behavior? Like, I don't.
No.
Like, they didn't grow up together, but Joe knew who Alice was.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, at what point did Joan knew? Did Joan
Before
know?
before
I
the
think
book
she was
started.
saying like she found the letter from the aunt, right? Like
Mhm.
she.
Yeah, so way before the book even started, she already knew.
Like,
But
that's why she went to LA to find Alice.
okay, yes, okay. At first, I thought the whole like second person when she's like you this, you that. I thought she was talking to Alice at first.
Okay.
I did not guess that it was to her newborn baby.
Y'all are better than me. I thought she was having a psychotic break. I had. No.
Speaking to the air.
Because it just did not. Because she. I think the thing was is that she just didn't seem like she wanted to be around anyone.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I was like, I guess I missed the importance of Alice because I was like, why the fuck would you leave and your immediate first option is LA, knowing that you can't afford it? And she's like in this shitty apartment. The way she described that shitty apartment was so accurate to like how I picture shitty apartments, and like the shittiest apartment that I had, like it had like the sticky cabinets, and I was like, ugh.
No.
Yeah.
I think it made sense to me because she kept saying like she kept finding herself around money. Like she kept finding ways to get money. So I'm like, oh, she's not gonna stay at that job long. She's gonna find some way to get something.
Mm-hmm.
That is truly the worst name ever. Yep, Ryder Dickerson. From age 13 to 25 has the time to think about all that. Wait.
Sorry, Aaron.
I feel good about my DNF now. Too many miscarriages for me. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was pretty detailed too.
Truly, it was. There was blood and everything. Part of me was thinking that they made her such a man-eater to show how men treat women. Yeah. Always. Like all of this was about like being a woman and why you should be angry being a woman, and like yeah, just how men treat women and how like what we allow. And like it also was like the most honest book I've ever read. Like, does that sound weird? Why are there no reactions?
No, I
like,
was thinking about a quote that I put on my Goodreads, and it was just like, hold on.
It was like,
that was like the only quote, like other than the outlandish stuff. I was like, that makes complete sense for like this entire book.
was it the one that was like, these are things that like we don't even admit to ourselves, or like this is what I say out loud but no one else does, or something like that? Or
It was morality is boring. Like she was like talking. It sounds like, but it was like I listened to it. And I was like, that makes complete sense because like the lessons we learn and the reasons why we like learned how to interact in the world is because of like immoral things. It's not when we're like the most moral. So like that made complete sense. And like I know I'm joking that she would sleep with anyone, but it made sense to like her background and her being S8 as like a kid. A lot of the times you either like you either are either hypersexual or you're not sexual at all. A lot of studies show, so like that made perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that her dad was a married man and had an outside baby, that also goes into like Freud stuff like that, which I hate, but like it kind of all just, it was just how she described everything. Like, if I have to, I'm gonna just sleep with all of these guys with the gold tooth.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it, because yeah, it all connected. 2 and 2 made 4. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. But yeah, oh, daddy issues. Yeah, that was another thing she had. She had a lot.
And mommy issues.
And mommy issues. Because there were a lot of things where times where she was like, I think this man can sense that like my father left, or something like that, or like I don't have a father, or something like that. And I was like, yeah.
You know what? That's a funny thing too, because a lot of women say like, like especially like if like girls at strip clubs like they'll wear their hairs and like pigtails and stuff like that. Like men like having girls that like have daddy issues or need them. Like she talked about that a lot. And like how the guy, I think it was the cowboy, someone gave her a jacket and the guy was pissed off. So he took the jacket off her and gave him his jacket, gave him her jacket as a way to be like, I own you and also I'm the one that can only help you type of thing.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that jacket scene. That's wild. Yeah. Yep. Has a book club and she championed this book for months. Oh,
Really?
I didn't know Emma Roberts had a book club.
I know Reese Witherspoon has one.
Yeah, and that Jenna person.
Jenna.
Read with Jenna. I think it's like Jenna. Isn't it like a politician? Isn't it Bush? Jenna Bush?
I don't know.
I only think of Jenna Marbles. I'm like, she does not have.
I think, I know Reese because it's like on the books now.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
yeah.
Reese's book club picks always. I've been planning a Reese's book club vlog for so long, and I have yet to freaking do it. And I know it's like lingering in the air with other booktubers' ideas right now, and I'm like, I just need to do it.
That'd be a cool one.
Start it with Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, true. I do own that one. I've been updating this list of Reese's book club picks of the ones that I own for like 2 years now, and I still haven't made the fucking video. It's literally just gonna be like, should you join Reese's book club, like an experiment video.
That would be a good summer book, a summer idea. People like to have like the little, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, maybe this summer. It is on my like yearly goals. I'm like, you're doing this in 2024. Something about unhinged women books that just fucking exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more fun to listen to read about unhinged women than unhinged men.
Exactly.
I just didn't think I could read like the author of Fight Club's books or whatever. I don't care about hearing men get away with doing whatever they want to do. Like that's just an everyday thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. They already get to do that in real life. Let's
for real, and get away with it. They're not boring, guaranteed. What's boring? What's not boring?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I'm sorry, Patty. Clarify, please. I didn't have to about a third in, and I assumed Alice was a sister from the start, so I think she knew. Am I just dumb?
No, I didn't know either. No, because I.
Well, there was a literal quote where it's like, I imagine her mother kissing my father.
Oh.
And then when she's like, oh, my dad died in a car crash, and she's like, I should tell her the truth.
Yeah, I see that, but I will admit, I was caught off guard. I was thinking like she was gonna sleep with her because of the quote where she was like, I don't want to feel my cunt, I want to feel hers or whatever. I was like, there's no way that can be her sister.
Yeah, also there's a way because she's crazy.
True.
And there's also one quote that I was like, why is she so obsessed with this chick? Where it's like women, hang on, I tagged it in my book.
Yeah, I just about how unhinged she was, Alice was by taking Joan to that HIV yoga class or whatever.
Oh my god! Yes. And she was like, there was a quote afterwards. She's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, yeah, I do this all the time because it makes me feel more alive or some shit. How is it? What was? Fuck. I don't remember where in the book it was.
I was just like, you know what? Yeah, Alice is just as fucking crazy.
They must get it from their dad's side.
Has to be.
Oh my god. Where is that? Yeah, at first I was like, wait, so Alice has HIV and she didn't tell Joan and they fucked before, because I was still convinced that they were ex-lovers. Why, again, I say it every month, why do I run a book club?
Because it's fun.
I need Brienne.
I know what you mean. I think she said like something like, when you're depressed, you don't need to be shown life, you need to be shown death or something.
Yeah, like something stupid. Like I just like seeing those people live their lives to the fullest or something fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Because I was listening to the yoga instructor, I'm like, he's saying some weird stuff, and then he said it was an HIV. I was like, oh my god. This is where we are.
This is where we are indeed. Imagine if it was like goat yoga too. random goats. I hate yoga. I can't do yoga. I'm too type A. Oh, wait. Yeah, when you're depressed or in grave trouble, she said, people think you should be near children. Amusement. They invite you to dinner. They prop you up and shine their happy light in your face. It's bullshit. The opposite is true. You should seek out the dying. Like, that's kind of fucked. I literally wrote, I don't know if this is fucked up or beautiful. She's saying she wants to feel her as a way of expressing she wants to so entirely become Alice that even her pussy was replaced by Alice's.
Okay.
This makes sense. Thank you.
I'm not good with lit fic because I would not. I would have, if this was like a book in English class, I would have said exactly what I said, and the professor would say that statement. I'd be like, "You're so right." I'm so dumb.
That's why you're the professor.
I was just at the point where I was just accepting everything at face value because of how just unhinged everything was. So I wasn't even thinking of metaphors at that point, at any point, really. As soon as we got a grip on what Joan was like, I was like, yeah, anything she says goes. Like, I fucking wish Joan... Didn't she quit YouTube?
Yeah.
She did.
I just
remember how she makes money now, though.
Yeah, I mean, she made
Probably has a real job.
Real. I just remember her fucking skinny ass dogs.
Oh, that was so ugly.
But she dressed them up so cutely.
They were.
A long quote that gave me chills. One man like that can be responsible for every big and small thing in a woman's life. A woman he isn't married to, whom he doesn't think very much about at all, but it's not the man's fault. The man is nothing. It's what you think you are missing inside of yourself. I promise that you are missing nothing.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, there were so many good quotes in this book. I loved it. I loved it. Despite it all, I loved it. Lisa can write indeed. I agree. Maybe I will read 3 Women. I'll prioritize it.
I think I might pick it up too, because it's not lit fic.
No, I wonder if it's like more memoir or more essays. A riveting true story about the sex lives of 3 real American women based on nearly a decade of reporting. Oh, it's not even about her.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Maybe I will read this. Okay. This is what I said in my vlog. The intrusive thoughts and streams of consciousness. That's another reason why I love this, because ever since I read Catcher in the Rye in high school, I was like, stream of consciousness is my writing style that I love. So this just worked for me. And all my tan tabs, you can't really tell, but I had a tab for intrusive thoughts.
I like the writing. I think I'm very character driven, where it's like, if I can't like not a single character, I don't want to. I leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like, if I cannot agree with any character, I don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean?
I'm character driven too, but like, yeah, she's the type of unlikable that I like. I'm just gonna say that again, I guess. There's so much craziness. Yeah. I said I would mention it too. Well, I didn't even tab it, so I guess it wasn't that prominent in my head.
I just don't know why, because she's like, at the end, they just randomly tell us that Kevin dies. And she's like, oh, it's because he called me pretty. I'm like, get over yourself.
Who's Kevin?
The producer guy who lived next to
the rap guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he lived like right under her or something.
Yeah, it was
shitty
like,
apartment.
I'm gonna be honest
they
with you,
never saw each other.
There's too many men. I think I was losing count after she was talking about the guy, like the guy that raped her when she was a kid. I was getting confused at that point.
Oh, the pool, the rich pool scene.
Yeah.
And when she's like, oh, he didn't take me into the car. I'm like, no, but he left his wallet there on purpose. He still lured you.
Yeah, it was just really fucking sad that like her dad had no idea. Like he left her and said like, stay by the gate, I'll come back. And then she was at the gate at the exact same spot, but like so much happened that he had no idea. So yeah, that was hard. That was probably the hardest scene to read for me.
Yeah.
I think mine was Lenny talking about him going back to like that mansion and just going through
yeah.
women or
On the
whatever.
trampoline.
Oh, when he was just like recounting all his
I was just like,
shit
what the
times.
fuck? No, you know what? I think what also like got me was when he was talking about how like his wife kept trying to have the baby and he refused to admit it was like his own stuff going on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then she was made to feel like the one with issues. I'm sure Jenna Marbles made millions when she was on YouTube. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, how many? I'm gonna look up her.
She probably wasn't dumb with her money either. That's
No.
probably another thing with it too.
Jenna Marbles. Her channel's still 19.6 million. Oh my!
Wow.
Making a dog birthday cake. Stop it. Wow, her quality. Wow. Okay. 1000% agree again, Birdie. Twins. You see your TBR shelves. Me?
I think she's talking to Birdie because they're twins.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, you don't want to see my TBR shelves. I like part of me wants to separate my shelves from like read and unread, but then it's just like not aesthetically pleasing. I think I just ew, what is that? Oh, I thought it was glass. It's a fucking chip.
Oh, that's good. That it wasn't glass.
Are you on your bed?
No, I'm on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Just Jan things. Also, I need to wash my hair. My head's getting itchy, if you haven't noticed. Hello! Here for the monthly FMBC vibes. The vibes were vibing today, for
Yep.
sure. What else is there? Did we miss anything major? Probably.
Did we talk about Vic at all?
I don't think so. And he was like the catalyst.
We did a little bit. So he was the guy.
Sorry. Oh, and then Big Sky, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Big Sky.
I hate that we never got his name.
Did we not? Oh my god.
I don't think so. Cause so like she was out to dinner with him, and then Vic came in and he shot himself, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what did you guys picture Big Sky looking like? I don't remember any descriptors of him, so.
She said he was like Southern, right? So I pictured him like, I don't know how to. So I pictured him to have like maybe like a cowboy hat, and then like the flannel and Patagonia jacket or vest or whatever. Because like that's what like all the business bros wear nowadays is like the little shirt or whatever.
The little shirt, I'm crying.
And the pattern, like that's what I pictured
For
him
some
to be.
reason, well, I know the reason, but I pictured him as just like a huge black guy because in high school there was a guy I went to high school with and he was known as Big Country. So I just imagine I am living for Brienne's snorts.
I'm so sorry. Big Country, Big Sky, just
Big Country with a K.
oh wow.
His real name was Elton. I think it started with an E. I think it was Elton. That's so funny.
I can't remember what I don't think I pictured Big Sky. I pictured Vic as the lawyer from Breaking Bad.
Saul?
Yeah.
Saul. Breaking Bad. Let's see. Oh, really?
Yeah, but like more desperate.
I pictured him balding.
Okay, well, I was gonna say this guy has a receding hairline and a huge.
Yeah, he does.
So, yeah.
How'd you guys picture Eleanor?
I don't picture anything, but I guess unless it's Big Sky. Eleanor, I don't even know really.
Because I didn't picture like I think the only one I pictured other than Big Sky was like Joan, and that was only because Emma Roberts was the freaking narrator.
That's so funny. I mean, I just pictured Joan as this woman, so I don't know. I mean, Alice in my head was blonde.
Oh, she was black-haired for me.
Eleanor was brunette for me. I don't know anything else though. Oh, 7:30. My birthday girl.
Oh, I was like, what?
How did you picture Eleanor, Brienne?
I like at first, cause like I don't know, Joan kept describing. This is just a side note. Whenever she was talking about a woman, she would discuss like if she was dressed correctly. So like I think the first time we saw her, she had like khakis that didn't fit her right or something like that. So I kind of just I just kind of like pictured her as like a normal teenage girl that was like kind of geeky, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Your retention for detail
Yeah, I don't remember
is
that.
crazy. Like, I'm impressed.
I don't, cause I don't know, it kept, cause like she would talk about like what she would be wearing to like see like the married guys or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
the white dress.
yeah, like the white dress or like the outfit where she like wore like a long sleeve turtleneck or something and these certain type of designer shoes.
Mm,
Like it felt like those are something that like her aunt told her to like dress a certain way or to pay attention to that.
yeah.
I don't know. So like it's like she always described what someone was wearing. It
Oh
seemed
yeah, and then she stole those high heels.
yeah. Like just
Yeah.
walked right straight out the store. Just like fuck it.
Yeah, she's like, they're not. It's not stealing if you don't know you're
You
stealing.
forget. Yeah.
Like, what is that logic, please? This book could be discussed for hours. Let's be honest, it did the absolute most. Truly, honestly, great pick.
Look at us.
I regretted it for a little bit, but honestly, great pick. Yes, it really did. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Okay. I kept trying to pin down an image of Joan and maybe Emily I never know how to Radkowski, Christina Hendricks, some bombshell type. Oh,
Oh, I did not picture. I pictured a even more desperate looking woman
That's what I like because how she described it, it was just like
because she's like 37.
oh,
and she kept saying her age and she kept talking about like for some reason she was obsessed because Alice was younger and she kept saying Alice looked more prettier. And like but also a lot of women have like that issue, it seems like, especially if they're surrounded by people that focus on looks. Like the older
Mm-hmm.
you get, the more. But I kind of picture her as like those heroines, not heroines, but those women in the movies where like you know what? I picture her as like the lead of Gone Girl. I never read the book. We
Yeah.
discussed this yesterday. But like she's pretty, but she's not like Megan Fox pretty, where everyone would like lose their shit over, if that makes sense.
oh yeah, I see her now. I imagined her, I think, with like heavy dark circles under her eyes, like I guess more Sasha's
I
wavelength.
don't, cause like she was
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
like what you're saying.
Like,
So-
I meant like what you're saying, like a desperate woman. Picture her as a desperate.
you were just like,
Oh my god, your reaction. Now I'm blushing. I didn't know I could blush this much. Why am I red? Why am I red?
No. Okay. No. That's fine.
I'm fucking dead.
But also fair.
what?
Oh,
But no, yeah, I know. I think because she was so desperate to get Big Sky, I was like, you're just desperate woman.
I think because I was also thinking about the amount of drugs that she was talking about.
yeah.
And like the fact that she was just like her eating habits sounded horrible. Like it sounded I eat horribly, but she was just like I would eat oysters like fucking like I was like what the fuck.
I would eat oysters.
And then she was like talking about she like did cocaine off of like a Jimmy Buffett album or something like that. It was just like
that.
what the fuck.
Oh my god. Seriously, how do you remember? I can't. I literally finished this last night, and
I don't know. I think it's like because last month with the Visible Hour or Invisible Woman or whatever, I remembered all of the unnecessary details.
you remember everything. Even with Butcher and Blackbird.
Yes.
I was trying to think of someone that most men couldn't resist or something, but she probably was less attractive. I think she was too. Like, I mean, yeah, the guys she attracted were scumbags, and they sounded desperate enough to fuck whoever. So,
But you know what? Megan Fox like was talking about in her poetry book that she attracts like scumbags, and she's gorgeous.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But
Scumbags.
but like what Sash was saying, it just sounded like she was just like run down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a good descriptor for sure. Run down, just like barely being able to, like, not getting any sleep. Like, I don't even know.
You're describing Alice as like the complete opposite, it seemed like.
Yeah, because how much younger was Alice?
I don't know.
Only
I
about
pictured her being like
10, I
25.
thought.
10 years?
Yeah, probably about 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, because her parents died when she was 13.
Mm,
So it must have been 13 years because that's when,
the murder happened.
yeah.
Yeah. That was
And then-
also hard for me to read when she walked in on her mom in the bathtub with the wrists.
Mm.
I was like, okay.
Okay, but
But did
why
we
did her
have to
mom
get
kill herself though?
Did we have to get what?
I was saying like, why did her mom kill herself?
probably because she
I guess
felt
we're not gonna
bad.
know because it's Joan's perspective, obviously.
Mm.
But I was just like, I was very. I think because I mentioned this in the group in the whatever. I'm losing words, but
It's
I was
good.
just like, what the fuck? I did not expect that way of them dying. I think this sounds horrible. I thought it was a car crash, like for the longest time. Like I thought it was something like
Too.
super like all of a sudden and it like she blacked out. Which that was all of a sudden, but I was not expecting
Yeah.
that extreme of a death, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, and the back and forth really put me out of the story sometimes. That's why I can't remember shit, because I'm like, okay, chronologically, this doesn't make sense.
No.
It's like it would just be like randomly inserting a flashback after like another intense scene, and I'm like, I don't know. Like-
It kind of made sense. It didn't make sense how the story was flowing, but it made sense of like because I think she was talking to Alice about something happening to her, and she was going on a different story. Like she was trying to like block it out or trying to think of different things or I don't know.
Possible. It was murder suicide. I thought she'd found out about the affair that day, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Yeah. So she just like sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. That just the way she was just sexualizing her mum. I just
Oh, the
couldn't.
breast.
Yeah,
At all
just
times?
watching her.
Oh yeah, when she
Like,
walked in.
Yeah, walked into the bath and she's like, I saw her nipples above the water. I was like,
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
I think that was the trauma of having like being by her parents while they had sex.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Dude, my cousin said that happened to her once. My little cousin.
I don't understand how that would not kill the mood of having a child right by you. Like
I don't know.
I mean, I've not done it, but I can. I'm just saying because I am married with kids. But like sometimes like you've got no other choice. But like yeah, they could have moved the kid back to her own bed. Like that is a choice that you could have done, but instead you're like, fuck it.
Or they could have fucked on the couch or something.
Yeah.
They could have moved.
Or gone to the kids' bed. Like seriously.
That's
swap the
weird
sheets.
too. Can you imagine? Yeah, no, I mean, I felt weird just even around dogs before. So like I can't imagine a whole ass human, like, no. Plus a kid, like light ass sleepers most of the time. Well, I don't know.
But then also, side note, I thought Joan's mom was having an affair with the guy that they were having
Same.
dinner with.
That's what I thought too.
Who?
So like they went on a family vacation. And there was like the guy that she considered uncle or something like that. And the mom was looking at him and no, he was looking at her as in like a way of like, ooh, let me see what she's got. You know what I'm saying? Like they were very in tune with each other or whatever. So I was like, oh, so it's just like everybody's just having a good time. But I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Oh god. So she was having an affair, but then she found out. And then was she guilty about killing her husband, or was she guilty about the affair, her own affair?
I think I don't know if actually anything happened. Like I feel like he was vibing her, but then when the dad went away to go check on the grandma, I think maybe she was like, oh, the mum knew that he was also going to the mistress too. And that's maybe when
Yeah.
something was going to happen between the mum and the other guy.
See, this is why I didn't even take any notes. I'm like, Sasha's got me, and then now Brienne too. I'm like, this is great.
We're all over it.
It's just like, and then it was just like, because she was talking about her grandma's rape, and she was talking about like the house smelled like piss, like dog piss the entire time. And she was talking about like who would want to rape an old lady, and I was just like,
yeah, okay, yes, I remember this.
I was like,
Right next to the
But then
Doberman.
she was talking about how she didn't actually knew what rape was, and she thought it was just like sex.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it was just like, and then it talked about how during, like, after that, the mom just like disconnected with Joan. Like, she didn't want anything. She didn't want anything to do with her. She didn't want her to be in the room or in the bed. Da 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 da. And then obviously the murder suicide.
I'm like, girl, you're 13.
Yeah, I do remember that with the Doberman and the German Shepherd. Of course, I remember the specific names of the dogs. Out of everything in the book,
That's on your mind right now. Getting a puppy. It's on your phone.
It truly is. Oh, bye, Birdie. Thanks for coming. Yes. That's that. What else did we miss? I don't know.
Oh, just the random kid getting her to kick him in the balls. You don't remember that?
No, but that's not a surprise for me. Do you remember his name?
Tim.
Who's Tim?
That was like
I don't know.
That's because my mum's husband's name is Tim. So I was
okay. I was like, God damn. Tim. What happened? He was
I think it was while she was seeing Vic, and then
is this when she was like sometimes I just kick guys in the balls.
Yeah, it was like what worked better for desensitization? It was kicking Tim. And I was like, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then she would talk. Was that when she was getting money from it?
Yeah. When she wore high heels.
Yeah. Because that was like another way she would just randomly get money. Like men would give her stuff, or she would like somehow, some way that lady always had some money in her hand.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the only other thing was like that fucking orgy house. And I think the reason why I was so focused on it is because like Lenny just went into so much detail about what was happening at that fucking house.
Yeah, I kind of skimmed through a bit of that, but
which is fair. I was listening on audio, going through the ride.
Yeah, her and her high heels, man. Like it just reminded me of. I don't know why my coworker and I were talking about this, but we were talking about random kinks, and she told me that people exist which I wasn't too shocked by, but also was pretty fucking shocked by, where guys pay women to like stomp on baby animals with high heels on.
I thought this was gonna go
I thought that was going somewhere else.
I'm so serious right now. I thought this was gonna go completely different. I'm gonna need us to all circle back around together. I mean, because I thought you were about to be like, oh, guys pay women to like spit on them and have them like degrade them. You said step on baby animals.
Baby animals with high heels and record it and send them videos. Like,
well, on that note,
we had a great time, guys. This was
You need to what, Sash?
I need to go. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're over an hour. But yes, it is your son's birthday. So
happy birthday to your baby.
Tell him sorry I interrupted his day. Sorry, I interrupted your day.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
I'll chat to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Happy full moon. Thanks, Brienne, for
No
joining
problem.
us. Wow, how sponto. We'll have you on again for sure.
I love to. Love to bring the chaos.
Now that you're done with the nerves. But all right, everybody.
Bye.
Yes, bye. Next month is Bonesmith.
Some normalcy. That's the book.
Maybe. But there's apparently also pregnancy at the end, so we shall see.
Whom? Okay. All right. All right.
You started already?
No, I thought it was a YA.
It is YA. It's a YA fantasy where there's like an assassin, but also like a ghost killer or something. I don't fucking know. But it should be a fun time. It's a big chonker. So
The Fairy Loot edition's going on for like $20 on Mercari right now in Pango or something like that.
Oh wow. I have the Fairy Loot already, but there you go. It's gorgeous. I will definitely be taking notes for this one because it's a huge one. So yeah, but I'm sure you'll be in the chat to let me know the things I forgot.
Did you?
Just aggressively. But all right, everybody. Hopefully next time I'll have a book. I hope so too. And I will be at your Lunar Love Book Club live whenever that is. But okay, bye for realsies. Thanks for coming.